Hey, sweets.
Hey, Savories.
I'm Alyssa.
And I'm AJ. And this is the
Sweet or Savory Podcast.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 5.
High five.
Yeah, high five. Thank you for joining our last 2 episodes. They have been pretty exciting, fun, and deep. We might get deep again today.
We might get deep. I don't have waterproof mascara on.
Yeah. Maybe we won't make each other cry. But if this is your first time tuning in, we started this podcast because of a group chat that we had. And our friend Danny Salerno asked us if peanut butter is sweet or savory. We asked that a little different. That's totally okay.
We are currently engaged. And after 5 years of dating, we realized that there are so many things that we think differently on.
And eat differently.
And do differently. And in case you missed it, I'm Team Sweet.
And I'm Team Savory. Check out our first episode if you haven't already. We're on YouTube, we're on Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all of that stuff.
Stay tuned each week for debates like, is Disneyland better than Disney World?
Ooh, or can you be friends with your ex?
Or past debates like, which way you load your toilet paper?
Or how do you wipe...
your butt.
Or, of course, is peanut butter sweet or savory? We want to quickly thank our podcast gear sponsor as I very fragilely touch our desktop mic stand thingies. Check it out on samsontech.com. And of course, our good friends Nathan Texan behind the camera and Julie Texan, our lovely producer, who has been absolutely crushing it. Thank you for being part of the podcast, fam. There she is on the camera. We also want to say that we're taking 1 week break after this. So you won't see us next Tuesday. But if you haven't listened or caught up to all our episodes, you got a lot to watch.
Yeah. And subscribe and please leave a review as well.
Yes.
5 stars.
5 stars, please. If you so desire.
For today's topic, we are going back to one of our favorite episodes of the season, Would You Rather? Relationship Edition. We asked our Instagram followers some questions and we'll be answering them in a second. Before we jump in, we wanted to share a little bit about how our relationship started.
Yes.
So go for it, AJ.
I'll take us back.
Take us back 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Or no.
Well, before that, because
8
we
years
had
ago.
met at a Disneyland audition that we were both auditioning for.
We both got called back for.
You're right. Sorry. I was being redundant. We both got called back for this and we casually just had a conversation. You did mention that you knew of my music.
Yes, I did.
And years later is when we actually started
dating.
But it was because I searched my name on Twitter, and which I usually just do naturally. So AJ Rafael and I will just come up on my Twitter feed. And you did tweet about me saying
I did. I tweeted about how both I think I said like, oh, AJ Rafael and I are at an audition right now. Something like that.
Yeah. And I replied back and hey, if you ever need anything.
Yeah. Help with
auditions. I meant it genuinely.
Yeah. We were both dating other people at the time.
Yeah,
it was genuine and nice.
And just nice. Yeah. And we just became online friends.
Facebook friends, where that helps because on Facebook is where I invited AJ to a lot of events, but the big one was my graduation party where I invited my whole friend list actually on Facebook.
Yeah, so her and her best friend Megan were graduating from Laverne University and they had a party.
A joint graduation party. And we wanted it to be this huge, big party. So we literally just invited everyone on our Facebook friends list. And I did not even notice that AJ RSVP'd, but he showed up.
I didn't.
An hour before the party started. Because he had another party to go to after.
Well, and you changed the date.
I did change.
You changed the time.
I did change the time the day of the party. So, because I wasn't ready yet. And AJ showed up and my mom answered the door and she said, she ran up the stairs and she said, AJ Rafael is here. She was freaking out. She didn't say it like as calm as I'm saying it right now. It was more like a...
Because your parents have my album.
Yeah, my mom used to listen to AJ Rafael in the shower. It was on a list with like Jeremy Passion, Gabe Bundock, like Filipino artists.
That's so funny. I love that.
She doesn't do it anymore.
Yeah, she just hears my voice and me playing piano.
Yeah. Now they listen to the podcast.
They listen to the podcast. Shout outs to
my parents.
Our parents. Yes, love y'all. There's so much more to this story, but a summer later, after that, we started dating.
No, that was the summer we started dating.
That's what I meant.
That was the summer we started dating.
Summer, yeah.
Yeah. But it was from the graduation party that really like set the tone for like, oh.
Yeah.
This is
started
cool.
talking dating.
Yeah.
And then made it official a few months later because Alyssa.
Because I didn't really want to casually date anyone else. And so then I asked AJ if he would be my boyfriend.
And that's the beginning.
And he said yes.
Of our relationship.
Yes.
And fast forward 5 years from there, I proposed to Alyssa during a live stream that I put on called Crazy Talented Asians. And it was the holiday edition. And she was my co-host. And I was nervous the whole time because I knew I was going to propose to her at the end of the show. And we had Kina Granis sing Can't Help Falling in Love, her rendition from Crazy Rich Asians.
Yep.
And Kina said, Alyssa, AJ has a question for you. And that's when I got shaky and crying. And you can watch it on YouTube. Just type in AJ Rafael proposal.
Yep. And AJ got down on one knee. And I said yes.
Yeah.
And that's where we're at now. We're not married yet, but we will be soon.
Yeah, and we're finding out here on this podcast that we have a lot of different thoughts
about weddings.
Oh,
that could be a whole episode.
That's a whole episode about food, about all of these different things. But I think that's what makes a marriage and a partnership and a relationship beautiful. Yeah.
So let's get into the questions. Would you rather? Relationship edition.
Yeah.
Would you rather share a toothbrush or underwear?
Oh my God.
That was like one of the first questions.
Who is that from? Is that one of our friends?
Raid VN.
Don't know that person.
No.
Oh, that's a gross question.
I would rather share underwear.
Than a toothbrush?
Yeah. Teeth are more like, I don't know. I don't want to share a toothbrush with you, but I would rather share underwear because you could wear, like, I could wear your boxers. They're a little bit bigger. Like, nothing touches.
Okay. I mean, but if you're talking about wearing my underwear, obviously we're assuming that it's clean, right? It's washed.
Yeah.
So same with the toothbrush. Like I would, like if we were stuck in a hotel and we only had one toothbrush, I would like run it under hot water.
No, I would make you use your finger. Sorry. I've never been like, one time my sister asked me to use my toothbrush and I was not about it. I said no.
Damn. So you just let her not brush her teeth?
Yeah. I know. I said you could use the toothpaste and just use your finger. Anyway, the next question is, would you rather your partner have bad breath forever or never speak to you forever?
Damn. I know what you're going to choose.
Forever.
Okay. Aw, thanks.
What? Never speak forever?
I know, never speak. That's so dumb. But like you sometimes tell me like in the morning, you're like, please don't speak to me.
Yeah, I usually
turn the other way.
You
Can you please turn the other way
first? So what would you choose?
Yeah, of course, bad breath forever.
Okay, good.
I wouldn't mind that.
Would you rather eat your significant other's cooking or takeout? Be honest. Rio's vision.
Oh, of course, eat your cooking. Of course. Alyssa's very good at cooking, and she hasn't done it in a while because her dad.
No, I haven't done it in a few months.
Yeah, because her dad, and we live at her parents' house.
But I used to cook a lot.
Yeah, he cooks all the time. So what about me, babe?
I would rather have takeout. But it's only because you would rather have takeout. I've asked AJ to cook for us before, and he's like, I'll just order something. It's just easier.
You're right. When it's my turn, I'll order something. But the HelloFresh stuff that we did for a while. And
that
what was the other
fun.
one?
Blue Apron. Yeah.
That was fun.
Both of those were fun to
and
do.
It tells you what to do.
Blue Apron or HelloFresh compete together to win our sponsorship. We will do an episode.
I know Nathan cooks for Julie. Is that right? Or do you cook for him as well? We haven't seen
Both.
it. Okay.
I would say usually we just cook our own meals for ourselves.
Oh.
But there has been seasons where I'm busy and Nathan just cooks for me.
Oh.
I can tell you both are good.
Yeah. And
Cooks.
we've had a burrito from Nathan.
Yes, we
It's
have.
very good.
Yeah, Nathan makes a great burrito. Really, he can make eggs that taste amazing and nothing is left on the pan.
Wow. Just a clean pan, huh?
Wow, that's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
That is
Also, you
impressive.
made some good guac as well. Yeah, let's go. Let's go, guac.
Let's go, guac. Okay, I have another question from Miss Rach and Nee. This question is, would you rather be long distance for 5 years before or 1 year after getting married?
Oh, that's a good
Now
one.
I get it.
Yeah.
So 5 years before getting married and then a year after getting married? Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. I think ideally it's after you get married. I mean, I've almost been preparing for this. Like if I book a national tour, I mean, when I book Broadway, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Manifest.
But also now that Alyssa is working from home and that's remote work is more possible, you would probably come on the road with me if that happens.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I would absolutely do it for you as well.
Yeah, of course you would. I would choose a year after too, just because the 5 years before, I would say it's hard to figure out long distance, especially when nothing is like, I don't know, when you're either engaged or married, at least you have some like, okay, you guys are committing to want to be together forever. And then it helps you get through the hard days when you're apart. So I would choose a year after.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And so a year into dating, I did a show in Boston at American Repertory Theater for a whole 2 months.
It felt like longer, but it was only 2 months.
It was hard on us for sure, because that was kind of in the beginning of our relationship and we're figuring out communication and stuff. Yeah, it was closer to 3 months.
But I saw you after 2 months.
Yeah, you came over 2.5 months or something.
Yeah.
That was hard.
It was hard because we barely even FaceTimed. We tried to, but it was hard to
time
find
zones
time
too.
where we could both see each other.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd rather establish our relationship first. But also shout outs to all people out there doing long distance relationships.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's
Some
tough.
people don't have a choice.
I know.
Yeah,
That's true.
tough.
Julie, what about you?
I can't decide. I'm not a fan of long distance.
Period.
Period. That's it. Point blank.
I
Period.
have no other thoughts.
I don't know. A year long distance after you're married, that sounds horrible.
I know that is tough, but at least at that point,
yeah,
you're married.
Yeah, when you're dating and you're still trying to figure out, do I want to be with this person forever? Then long distance does make it harder.
Yeah.
Probably choose a year after I got married, but please don't let this ever happen.
At Nathan. Okay, I have another one. Would you rather live longer than your lover or your lover live longer than you?
Whoa.
Oh, that's sad.
It's sad to think about.
I don't know. What about you?
That movie, Me Before You?
Yeah.
Oh, that one killed me. Literally.
You go first. You go first.
Literally
Alyssa lived longer.
I know. You go first.
Yeah, this is tough because it is so sad to have seen my mom go through this, and she's gone through it actually more than once. Her first husband also passed away in a motorcycle accident. And that's what brought her to America because she was the only one who could get his body out of the hospital, The fact that also my dad died and she had to go through it again, but this time with kids, was just so horrible to watch, I guess. But with that said, I think I would actually rather die first.
Oh, no.
Was that an opposite thought? I don't know why I said
no.
that said.
So your lover lived longer than you. You would want me to live longer than you.
Yeah, so I guess that is an opposite thought because I wouldn't want to go through it. But yeah, the context.
He'd rather put you through it.
Yeah, actually, that sounds really bad. The context of seeing my mom have gone through it absolutely sucks, and I don't want to go through that. But I would also hate to put that on you. So actually, now I'm changing my answer to, I would just rather you die first.
Whoa.
But I don't want that to happen.
The way you say it is scary.
This is a lose-lose situation.
No,
It's absolutely
it is a lose-lose.
Nothing. Let's just die holding hands like in the Notebook.
I always thought that I would choose lover live longer than you, so I wouldn't have to like live through heartbreak of like grief, losing someone. I've watched so many of my like family members go through that too. And it's a lot of the times it was their husbands who passed away before like my aunties and stuff.
Yeah.
I would rather die. I would rather you live longer than me because wait, did I just say the opposite of what I was trying to say?
See, yeah, that's
I'm
the thing.
like
Both ways feel
your
bad.
question is
Consistent.
confusing. Oh, I was consistent.
Mhm.
Would I rather live longer than you? I think I would rather just die and you live longer than me because I think you'd be able to handle it better.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking about the actual funeral because I've literally played maybe 300 funerals in my life
Mm-hmm.
because I play for my church and they always request me. And, you know, I've seen, you know, so many people give eulogies and things like that, you know, and the masses and the services. And I would put on a good one for you.
Yeah. We've actually talked about, I've talked to AJ about like if I were to die, knock on wood, crossing fingers, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, let's not ever die.
But like I would want my funeral to be epic.
Yeah, like everyone dresses the same theme.
I
and
want
stuff.
everyone to wear white.
Okay.
And I want lots of flowers.
Yeah.
Lots of flowers. But I want you entering my funeral to be like a museum of all the accomplishments that I've all achieved in my life. So there's like, okay, like her vision board from 2020.
That had the Forbes 30
yeah,
under 30.
like that something happened. And then like a costume from a show that she was in and like a little picture from it. I want it to be fun.
That's cool. You know
Yeah.
what? I did go to a funeral recently of
Where it
my
was
friend.
like that?
Yeah, it's my friend Desmond.
We need to rebrand funerals.
Yeah, and it felt actually was really cool. He was a musical theater guy, and he was in Tarzan with me, and he was
Mhm.
very young. So it was obviously very tragic,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it was cool. There was a table with all his medals and playbills and all the shows that he'd been a part of, so you can just like look through them.
I was
That
there,
really
right?
cool.
I
Oh,
was
you
at that-
came with me.
Yeah, and his
Oh, that
it
so
was
sad.
beautiful. Like it was like a show, like because all of the people that he's ever sang with got to sing together too.
Right. He had one choir director that he loved and trusted so much that was one of his closest friends. That choir director brought anyone who sang with Desmond at all. And I got to be part of that
Wow.
choir, shared the music,
That's so cute.
and we sang a really epic, you know, set of songs
Yeah.
for Desmond.
Mhm.
That was really cool. I want my funeral to have a lot of music as well, I think, you know.
Yeah. It's so morbid, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, I feel like we should talk about like what we would want.
Yeah,
More.
and you know what? It does help the family a lot knowing
Mhm.
what you want for your funeral. There can be a lot of fights and things like that happen with certain family members. I mean, I know what's meant to happen will kind of happen,
Yeah.
but it is cool to have laid a blueprint
Mhm.
for your service if you want it a certain
Yeah.
way. If you don't care, then I'm sure you won't put any thought to it.
Mhm.
But me having been to so many of just people in my family and then also strangers, I have a specific idea of what I want it to be like.
Oh, that was a deep one. That was a deep one.
That's deep.
Would you rather pay for each other's meals or pay for them together? Like split the check?
Oh, I like that. I know I just talked. Sorry. I'd rather just trade off.
Yeah, me
that's
too.
kind of what we do, right?
Yeah, we do that. We just pay for each other's. Trade off paying for each other's meals.
Yeah. And if it's not meals and then it's a grocery store trip,
Mhm.
be like, oh, you got the last meal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 And when it's AJ's turn, I throw in some extra snacks. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Okay. Would you rather only communicate through handwritten letters or walkie-talkies? This is relationship edition. I would
Who asked
rather
that question? Can we shout them out? That's hilarious.
Castaneda.
Yeah. Thank you for that question. That's
I would
hilarious.
walkie-talkies because handwritten letters, although beautiful, would take too long.
Mm,
Would take too long. Way too
yeah.
long.
Yeah. absolutely right. My hand already cramps writing like Christmas cards.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And that's only a couple of sentences.
We're not used to writing as much as
anymore.
We used to.
Do you remember the little bump you got on your fourth finger?
Yeah, I actually have like my fingers permanently.
Remember that?
About that?
My
When you
fingers
pencil.
permanently like bruised from like writing too hard when I
Yeah.
was younger.
Yeah.
Like there's kind of like a weird dent.
And cursive and stuff.
Mhm.
Cursive is way easier.
I do
on the
love
hand, though.
cursive though.
Yeah.
Flowy.
It's great. What was the other option?
Or walkie-talkies.
Yeah. Walkie-talkies, easy.
Yeah.
Absolutely easy. There is something about handwritten letters, though, that are really sweet and romantic, though.
It is. Like Dear John.
Plus, with walkie-talkies, you have to be in a certain range.
Oh.
You're right.
So
That's
we'd have
true.
to like, we would might as well just.
You can't do a year-long distance and walkie-talkies.
There was an app a couple years ago that was
Oh.
like walkie-talkie.
Yeah,
type.
it was called.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
Like, why did we do that?
Yeah, I don't know. Just for nostalgia. Would you rather keep one of your favorite core memories of your partner and forget about your other memories of them? Or keep all of the smaller, less significant memories, but forget all of your core memories of them? That's
Oh my
another sad one. Sounds like a Disney movie.
I know.
It's like Inside Out, but part 2, where you can
Yeah.
only hold on.
To the small detail
Mhm.
or the small little things. In a way, the small things really matter a lot,
Yeah.
you know? And I would love to remember those little things. And then maybe I would just assume that you had done some very huge things for me as well. And we had our proper celebrations for all these things. But I love the small things that you do.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Like tucking in the bed sheet, things like that.
Things
you
like
know.
that.
Yeah, you organize all your nail stuff, the bathroom stuff.
That's
Things
what
like
you would
that.
keep
Those are
in your
the little-
memories
yeah.
of me.
I like that.
That's what's going to be at your funeral.
I
your
know,
nail
like just-
organization.
Hey, I wouldn't mind. Proud of that. I think I would choose my favorite core memory because I feel like I already don't have a good memory. And I have but I have core memories that I really remember very vividly.
Yeah.
So I would be okay holding on to like the one core memory if I could like really remember the feelings that I had attached to them.
Yeah.
And could like replay it in my head. I would
Yeah.
choose the one.
We've had some really epic.
Yeah. I don't even
memories.
know which one I would choose, but
I loved Paris. Like that's absolutely
that
a core
was a
memory.
good one, yeah.
Especially that free day that we had away
Mhm.
from the family.
Whoa.
Oh.
Sorry, family.
I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry.
That's also the day my phone got stolen, so I don't
True.
think I would keep that one in.
Got it.
It was a good day though.
Yeah, that was a great day.
Our engagement is a core memory.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though I blacked out a little bit.
Yeah.
But I remember
Yeah,
I
totally.
remember the feelings of it.
Yeah.
And the whole like aftermath. After we got engaged, we went to Vegas for like
Yeah.
a quick trip with two of our best friends, a few of
Yeah.
our best friends.
Mhm.
And that will be a core memory. Trip.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a game called Red Flags. Have you guys heard of it?
I've heard of it, but I have never played it.
I've
It
heard of
sounds
it
fun.
through you guys.
Yeah.
So we're going to use the card game Red Flags as sort of a podcast make it or break it game.
Okay.
Okay.
So there's going to be 3 positive adjectives and 1 red flag, and you guys decide, would you date this person?
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so first person is the funniest person in the world. They have the same favorite movies as you, and you will never gain weight while you date them. But
Nice.
Oh,
they
but.
post all of your texts and emails online.
Oh.
Make it or break it.
So it's just one
Dang.
scenario, and does that make it or break it?
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. I will just censor myself in the text messages
Got it.
and
And speak
Just
more.
learn to communicate
yeah,
in
just
person.
communicate in person. Like I maybe will not text them that often.
Yeah.
But the never gaining weight and just like going out and eating all the time,
That's
that
awesome.
sounds like a fun relationship. And they're funny.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
superpower.
Yeah, that is a superpower.
Honestly. Now that your answer just has crossed my mind, I feel the same way.
You would make it.
I was gonna say break it.
Well, you're more of a public figure. You're an artist, so like things can get leaked and taken out of context.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. Might want to rethink that one.
It happens. You're right. I would also maybe though learn to communicate as well better. But yeah, this is a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one to start with.
Yeah.
I like that warm up question. I'm still in between, but I think I would make it work because I love that you're funny, and I keep thinking of it as you.
What the heck?
You know what I mean?
Okay, let's try another one. So this person can get you both into literally anywhere. Exclusive restaurant, trip, private jet, they can get you in. They also give the best hugs in the world.
Aww.
And they can multiply themselves. So they can always be with you, I guess.
Oh,
But
that's cool.
the one downside is they are a sleep puncher.
A sleep puncher? Like in your sleep?
Yeah, they punch you in their sleep.
Oh my God. That would be so annoying.
Make it or break it?
Yeah, make it or break it.
You go first because I answered first.
If it's you, of course, make it because your punches are not that hard.
It doesn't have to be me though, like just anyone.
But I'm imagining it as you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If it's Luisa from Encanto, I'm definitely that's a no. I will get beat up for sure.
Yeah.
But I guess maybe assuming that your punches would be pretty hard, yeah, I'd still make it because that's fun to have exclusive access everywhere and go on private jets and things like that.
You
know,
could just
that would
sleep
be
in
the
like
fun
a
life.
snowsuit or something.
Yeah.
I'm break it because all the other things, like it wasn't enticing enough to make me want to make it work. The sleeping thing is like an everyday thing, unless we have separate beds, but then there's like no intimacy. Like I would have to say break it. Break it. And then like what if you're sleeping in the car and all of a sudden they just start punching you?
Oh yeah, you can't sleep in the car.
Yeah.
That's true.
No. I would be like nervous going to sleep. It would give me anxiety.
I will always remember taking my boy Roland home and
he punched you?
No, he was falling asleep in the passenger seat and he woke up out of nowhere and punched the door. Like punched the car door like with a bang.
What the heck?
Sideways.
So he's a sleep puncher.
Like I was 16 at the time too. I'm like taking my homie home. You know, after not driving that much, and then I just got so scared because he punched the door. So, but I'd still make it.
Oh, so far you're 2 for 2. Make it.
Okay, so this person believes you are the most attractive person they've ever seen.
I hope so.
Attracted to you.
That's me.
They are reliable. And they love to laugh. However, they eat crayons.
Oh, what the?
Did you say crayons?
they eat crayons.
Julie says crayons.
Oh, that's a good episode.
Yeah, do you say crayons or cranes?
I say crayons, not cranes.
Crayons.
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 Crayon.
How do you say it, Nathan? Crayon. Yeah,
Crayon.
Nathan says crayon. It sounds weird to Julie.
Crayon. I'm trying to say it Julie's way.
Crayon. But they eat crayons. Cranberries?
Crayons. Wow, I did not know I was.
Wait, how do you say milk?
Milk?
Oh, okay.
I thought she was going to be a milk.
No, I'm passionately not a milk person.
I did have a classmate who always said milk.
Crayon.
Okay. Is that
We're just finding out so much of each other.
I know, learning so much.
No, that's not a break it. That's a make it for me.
It is?
Yeah.
No, that's a break it for me because that's one of those things where if they're doing that, they have other hidden things that they do, like hidden fetishes. And that would be a break it for me.
Eating crayons is not a fetish.
Yeah, it is. It's like true life. I eat crayons.
That's what I'm thinking. But
Yeah.
it's not necessarily a fetish. It's like the person who eats couches, the real
That's
life.
freaking weird.
Yeah, it's
you
weird.
would date someone that eats a couch?
Crayons is much better.
For me, it's a break it. For me, it's a break it.
Yeah, that one wasn't insanely exciting. It's like, loves to laugh, loves to make you laugh. Thinks you're the most attractive
That's everybody.
person.
It's everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. This one is an airline pilot. Keep in mind that means, free flights and everything. They're also a millionaire.
Oh.
And they give you the perfect amount of physical affection. Not too much, not too little. They give you your space, but
I'm
they're very
scared
physically
about the
affectionate.
butt.
Okay, but
They only speak in horrible puns.
That sounds like something a pilot would do.
Horrible puns though is different from,
just puns.
Yeah, like people who share like very witty puns.
I'm gonna go make it.
Okay.
Free flights, millionaire.
Yeah.
What's the other one again?
Perfect amount of physical affection.
Amount of physical affection. I could deal with the puns. I'd probably like it at some point.
But then I think you'd maybe tune out at some point.
Yeah, I would probably just tune it out,
Yeah.
and it wouldn't be a big deal to me.
Yeah, I can't handle some like personality traits sometimes. And if that person was my partner, it would be a little. It would be
irritating.
Yeah, I think so. But not specifically horrible puns. So, but I'm trying to keep that as well in mind of my answer. But I'd make it.
Keep in mind, it'd probably rub off on you.
Right.
And we would be a horrible pun maker.
You would become a pun maker.
That's true.
I wish I was better at puns, honestly.
Me too.
I'm not as skilled at puns.
Man, that was fun.
That was a fun game.
I mean, we could go on for hours.
I know.
It's really fun when you play it as a board game because you sabotage other people's with your red flag.
Oh, sweet.
So
We
that's
should
how
do
you
a board
play.
game night as well. I feel like there are a lot of board games
That could,
be used on this podcast.
Yeah,
that
there
could
are.
be used on this podcast.
like the We Aren't Really Strangers game.
Yes, the and
game. Yeah.
Yeah, that could be really cool.
Deep topics.
Yeah.
We should get sponsored though.
We got deep on some of these questions. If you are looking for even deeper, check out our Would You Rather episode from
Episode 3.
Episode 3. Yes, that makes sense. Episode
3.
3. The number 3 is
The deep
huge in
one.
our family, and it ended up becoming one of our favorite episodes of the season.
Yeah.
So check out that episode. We want to thank all of our fans, like of the episodes of the podcast. It's been so gratifying to read your messages and to read how it maybe affected your day, even,
I love hearing that.
or your perspective on things. Maybe, Roman from our Discord was sharing how it's just opened up his eyes to so many different things that people do.
Yeah.
So thank you to everyone who supports us, especially the Texans here who are producing for us. Thank you. We love y'all so much. SamsonTech.com, of course, for our gear. And again, stay tuned each week for debates like what color is science?
Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Is Disneyland better than Disney World?
Can you be friends with your ex?
Dang. I feel like we could have gotten there.
In
today.
this one?
Yeah.
No, that's a whole
We're waiting.
That's a whole episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
And other polarizing topics. Don't forget to follow us and interact with us on social media. Thank you to everyone who's already been interacting with us on social media.
Absolutely.
Sending in questions. It's been super fun. At Sweet or Savory Pod. Email us at sweetorsavorypod@gmail.com. And also don't forget to rate, review, subscribe. And tell your friends.
Thank you, Julie. Thanks for leading that Red Flags game for us.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite games.
And for all
So
of your work
funny.
on the podcast.
Yes.
You're awesome. Thank you, everybody.
Stay sweet.
Or savory. Bye.